Hey everyone, it's Asia Dang, and today we are doing another side hustle video. The last one, I think maybe was like a year or two ago, was so successful that I thought it was time to do another one. I think the hardest part about figuring out a side hustle is narrowing down what skills or services you can provide for people that would actually want to purchase it. I think it's human nature to think that skills that we have aren't necessarily profitable or important, but that's just not the case. I hope that this video is just like a starting point to get you to kind of think and realize that everyone has a skill or can offer a service that someone would want. So it's kind of just getting you into that mindset of thinking like, what do I enjoy doing? What is something that I can do easily? And how can I make that skill profitable? This is a side hustle video, so I hope this video inspires you to figure out your hustle, to figure out a skill or service that you can monetize and get you just moving and grooving on the job front. Please remember to like and share this video, and if you aren't already subscribed, please do so. And I keep on forgetting to mention this in my financial videos, but this channel does have a financial Discord channel, and it is a channel that I'm really proud of. There's a lot of people in this community, and I believe they are all women who are moderators of our Discord channel. If you're familiar with Discord, I'm going to go ahead and link the Discord in the description box, as well as links to maybe side hustles in this video. So go ahead and check the description box. But yes, if you're looking for a community outside of YouTube, this channel where you can like go and meet each other and I don't know, get ideas, to start discussions, the Discord is a place where you would want to go to, so check that out. The first skill is something that I do not have, and I know people can pay a lot of money for the skill, and it is if you are great with working with children. I am not. I have never really been around kids all my entire life. Like babysitting, for instance. You can make a lot of money babysitting. I'm not sure how it is now, since I think many parents are working from home or just staying home more often these days. But even maybe they need an escape and they need someone to watch their kids while they go to the grocery store or run some errands or maybe find some time for a date night. I would assume that you can still charge a pretty penny for babysitting. But I do have a girlfriend who used to babysit maybe like 8 years ago in LA, and she charged $20 an hour. So, but also another platform that you can use if you don't necessarily want to babysit is VIP Kid. And VIP Kid is sponsoring this video, but I am bringing this up again because the last side hustle video I did, I mentioned VIP Kid, and so many of you signed up for it. In fact, so many of you signed up for it that they told me, and I thought that it was worthy of mentioning it again in this video. So VIP Kid is a platform where people in the US or Canada can teach children in China how to speak English. And I think there's a couple reasons why VIP Kid kind of caught your attention. One, it's super flexible. You can do it anytime, anywhere, as long as you have access to high-speed internet. Two, you can make your own schedule, so it's whenever you have time to do this. If it is your side hustle, whenever you're off work or the kids are asleep or you're not running errands, so it is convenient to you. Three, you get the equivalent pay of $15 to $22 an hour, and I know in some cities in California that's actually above minimum wage. And finally, you don't have to know how to speak Chinese, and you don't have to build a curriculum. I told this story last time that my girlfriend in college was actually a teacher for kids overseas, and she actually had to build her own curriculum. And that was kind of a turnoff to me because I'm like, I'm already in school. I don't have time to actually build a curriculum. But VIP Kid gives you everything you need. But of course, because you are working with children, there are requirements. You have to have a bachelor's degree. You have to have at least 2 years of experience working with kids. Again, this can either be babysitting or coaching, or maybe you are a camp supervisor or whatever, a teacher. And remember, because you're teaching kids in China, it would be best if you were available to work during peak hours in China. So East Coast or Central Time, or if you're an early riser on the West Coast, that would probably be best. Unfortunately, anyone living in California, VIP Kid cannot hire residents of California right now. And that's because of the California Assembly Bill 5, which went into effect the first of this year, which basically reclassifies independent contractors. So fortunately, California residents aren't able to, but if you are one of the people who applied and are currently teaching with VIP Kid, let us know in the comments what you like and what your experience with it has been. Again, a lot of you have found a great success with VIP Kid, which is why I wanted to mention it again. And it's number 9 on Glassdoor's most popular places to work. So, you know, if you have experience with kids, you might as well give it a shot, and let us know in the comments what you think. Similar to number 1, skill number 2 is learning a second language. I actually live right outside of Little Tokyo, and I'm always seeing flyers for people who are offering language courses, mostly of course Japanese, but it's always something that I've been interested in. And I think I actually think that these days a lot of people are really interested in becoming multilingual. Teaching a second language is something that you can either do in person or virtually. So if you do it virtually, you not only can teach people just in your area, but also people across country or overseas or wherever. So that is a really great skill to monetize as well. Number 3, are you a graphic designer? Do you have any graphic design skills? Any type of business needs a graphic designer. Actually, I don't know if you've noticed, well, I know actually a lot of you have noticed, but I've been upgrading my thumbnails, I've been upgrading my end cards, I have graphics now, which you'll see right here. All of those are graphic designers that actually reached out to me, and just happened to work out that I was in the market for it. I've been talking about it on this channel for a long time, and yeah, it worked out that way. So if you have any graphic designer skills, not only can your favorite content creator possibly use them, but maybe you want to reach out to a local company and offer them your services for a brochure or business cards, or you know, I think it's all about marketing these days, especially since we're so online driven. So you have the opportunity to kind of present yourself as a way to help businesses grow their online presence by giving them a logo or by making things look much cooler, like in this video with the graphics. Similar to 3, are you artistic? I have been, I did a video about purchasing from my subscribers small businesses. I'll put that in the cards, and I have to say I'm so impressed by how many of you are artistic. It blows my mind. I had to drop out of freshman beginner art because I couldn't draw a 3-dimensional chair, and we've all seen my financial graph charts. It's impossible for me, but so many of you are so artistic, and a lot of you have pivoted that artistic ability into a side hustle, which is great. So definitely check out the cards, check out the video. A lot of you are utilizing Etsy to promote your, again, graphic designs or artistic ability in the form of cards. I bought a lot of cards from you. There's a girl, Scandinative, who does really great portraits, and I want to get her to make 2 portraits of my dogs because that's the kind of crazy dog lady I am. But I found that a lot of people who are artistic sell their artwork in various different forms on Etsy. So if you have any other platforms that you sell your artwork, please let us know in the comment section. Okay, number 5. A personal chef. Another skill that a lot of you have, because I've purchased your food, is you are brilliant chefs, whether it's dessert or pastries or just something savory. So you can start your own food business. A lot of the followers who I purchased from actually just do business on Instagram. They don't have a website. You just message them directly on Instagram, which actually saves you money in terms of like having to build a website. And then I don't know if they do mail delivery, but all the food I was able to get physically delivered to me by them. Maybe you want to start your own food business, or you want to become a personal chef. Back in the day last year, I was really interested in actually working with the chef because I wanted to host parties on my patio. And I did once, and I found her because she is a zero waste, organic, locally grown chef, meaning she only purchases items that are in season, and that's something that I aligned with. So if you are someone who specializes in a particular diet or mindset, someone who shops locally or cares about kind of the local farming community, someone who can cook vegan, vegetarian, keto, paleo, someone who's perfect or who makes beautiful, healthy desserts, I think those are kind of specific niches in cooking that you could definitely kind of promote. I have actually, one of my dreams is to become wealthy enough to be able to hire a personal chef. Like for me, that's like one of my life goals. I actually should write that in my goal planner. Or even meal prepping. Back in the day, I actually used to work for a woman who meal prepped. That is all she did. She wrote out meals and she meal prepped and delivered the prepped meals to her clients. So that's something too. Or again, maybe you kind of are someone who likes food but not necessarily can cook, but you're someone who's organized. So maybe you can build recipe menus or grocery shopping lists for people who just don't have time to do that. Speaking of organized, you can become a personal assistant or a professional organizer. Personal assistants, I think these days are becoming very much more popular. I think when I was growing up, like I was actually a personal assistant to someone who was very powerful in whatever community job he was in. But I think now a lot of people are just looking for personal assistants to make their lives just easier. That is also something that you can do virtually depending on what it is someone needs. So if someone needs a personal assistant for work, that's something that you can easily do. I know a lot of my girlfriends who work in content creation, they have virtual personal assistants to help them organize their life, build their content, and all that stuff. Or if you need someone to help you run groceries or just run errands, that's something that you can do as well. Or if you're a professional organizer, that is huge. I actually use a professional organizer. I had a couple videos with her in my last apartment, and it just makes life so much easier. She kind of did my last 2 apartments. I know one of you is also a professional organizer as well. All right, thrifter, man, secondhand shopping has just blown up. You see it all over Instagram, you see it all over YouTube. I despise going to consignment stores. I hate it. I don't get it. I do not like walking into like Goodwill or anything. The idea of just going through racks and racks and racks and racks just, ugh. However, I do understand the importance of kind of purchasing secondhand. So what I do is I actually follow a couple Instagram pages that do the work for me, and they sell their finds at a premium, and I just purchase that. So there's a lot of ways that you can utilize kind of thrifting. That's one way, where you just go to thrift stores yourself and find great goodies and upsell them online or on Instagram. Another thing you can do is do a thrift flip as well. Obviously YouTube is a great resource for that, but I see a lot of that happening online, where kind of reuse and resell thrift finds. I think his name is Dominic. I'll go ahead and link them in the description box, but he flips designer kind of like shoe bags. A lot of handbags or shoe bags come in designer bags so they don't get scuffed or anything, and he actually flips those into face masks. Again, something that you can sell on your Instagram, on a website, you can sell it on Poshmark, on Etsy, so many avenues to sell your thrift finds or thrift flips. Number 9, proper grammar. Man, this is why I got my master's in broadcast journalism and not print journalism, because grammar ain't something that I'm good at. There's a lot of different avenues you can use as a copywriter. I mean, businesses need help to create awesome websites, ads, and campaigns. On the other hand, I'm actually using, again, one of the small businesses from my followers. I'm asking her to go through my 2021 planner that is hopefully still going to be on sale this year, just to make sure that everything is grammatically correct, make sure everything makes sense. And honestly, if I had all the money in the world, I would actually hire a copywriter to do all of my posts, especially sponsored posts, because it is really hard to figure out what to write in the description box of these videos. It's really hard to figure out what to write in the captions of my Instagram. So maybe I need to find a personal assistant / copywriter. The next skill is if you have a designer eye. Home, office, business, whatever. For me, having a designer eye isn't something that you necessarily have to go to school for. Like, you don't have to have, I don't know what the degree is, but you don't have to go to school for interior design. The girl I used to do my own house, my own apartment, I don't actually think she went to school with, as far as I know. All I know is that I saw the work she did at my girlfriend's house, and I saw her Instagram, and our kind of aesthetics aligned with each other, and that's how I got to working with her. And since then, since, you know, my home is my business as well, actually she's been hired through my videos to work on other businesses as well. So honestly, I think if I could hire someone to kind of complete my Animal Crossing island, that would be cool as well. Also, another aspect of the designer eye is kind of setting up homes for the holidays. I think Kris Jenner hires someone to set up her house every Christmas for Christmas decor. You know, I know a lot of us aren't at that level, but if you are someone who has that unique designer eye and can kind of elevate someone's home, whether it's daily or for the holidays, I think you could definitely kind of push your design style on Instagram, on social media, and you could definitely get hired by people that way. The next skill is if you're handy. Oh my gosh, I don't know how many. I mentioned TaskRabbit in my last side hustle video. TaskRabbit is an app that I used to work with a couple years ago when I just got out of college as a way to just get money, honestly. I did everything from doing someone's laundry, picking up meds. I think I got hired on TaskRabbit to actually like help host a birthday party for kids. But mostly now I use TaskRabbit to kind of do things around the house. Every time I move, things that I hire people to do. Put up TVs on the walls and hang my really huge painting out in the living room, and any heavy shelves that would hold important things that I would not want to do myself. In fact, there's this one guy that I found off at TaskRabbit that I used to use so much that I just have his number now. So anything that I need help with, which hasn't been lately because everything in the house is pretty good. Oh, he did this headboard too. I'll just text him. Similarly, in my patio, you guys know I have a beautiful patio. I found a guy who's local on Facebook who builds kind of outdoor patio sets. So the wood furniture outside is actually someone that I found off of Facebook. So if you have any type of handy skill, whether it's building something or fixing something, super valuable. The next skill is to build a program. I am actually thinking of maybe building a program as a 2021 goal for budgeting and just getting out of debt. I'm not exactly sure what it looks like yet, but it is just an idea that I've been toying in my head for the past couple of weeks. But my boyfriend Brian actually built his own program teaching dancing online, and it's been very successful. I've actually asked one of my girlfriends who is a teacher in Chicago if she ever thought about building a program for those parents who are deciding to keep their kids at home during this time. So I think there's a lot of opportunity out there. I know that I've seen a lot of financial programming about building wealth and a lot of programming about marketing skills for small business owners. So I mean, you can make a lot of money doing that because all you have to do is do the work in the beginning, and then it's just something that kind of like pays itself off over and over and over again. So if you have any type of skill that you think would be valuable to others or advice, building a program I think would probably, in all honesty, be one of the bigger money makers on this list if done right. The next skill is plants. Are you a pro at planting? Are you a gardener? I actually see a lot of people selling plants on Instagram and on Facebook. Or you can teach people how to plant, how to keep their plants alive, how to garden, how to landscape. My friend Epic Gardening who I actually did a video with, and don't ask me about the herbs on my balcony because they have all since died because it's just way too hot. There's too much direct sunlight on my patio on my balcony. But he is absolutely killing the game on social media, teaching people how to garden at home. It is incredible seeing his growth. And in fact, there's a masterclass from, I don't know who he is, but I guess he's a pro gardener that you can buy into the masterclass, and he could teach you everything you need to know about gardening. And actually, one of my girlfriends who I interviewed in my podcast last season is someone who specializes in native LA plants and tries to make your landscaping as sustainable as possible. So that's also a good way to kind of utilize any plant skills that you have. 14, personal shopper. This could be for, again, like everyday grocery shopping or for bigger things like birthday or Christmas presents. Listen, I know a lot of rich people who do this, but if you are able to kind of sift through and find, especially, I'm thinking specifically for Christmas, but like the best deals, or maybe you have the inside into some stores, I think that, you know, people on a budget might find that hiring a personal shopper to kind of do the time for you, maybe wrap the presents and trust you to find the best deals might actually be beneficial for them because it saves them time. At the end of the day, it'll save them money. And honestly, like if I don't have to go shopping during Christmas time, I'm not going to. So if I could just hand that off to someone, I think that would be a brilliant, especially seasonal side hustle. Every Christmas, I had a job in Macy's as one of those perfume spritzer girls, and I made $20 an hour. Not a skill. I mean, I guess you have to smile and stuff. Not a part of this list, but I just wanted to mention it because it's bringing me back for some reason. Talking about Christmas shopping is bringing me back to those moments. But the last skill, similar to graphic designing, is video editing. Video marketing is on the rise, people. It is crazy. Like, basically, sometimes I spend my nights just watching videos of open houses in LA. They're all over YouTube, which is so smart for the real estate industry. But that's just an example of how important video marketing has become. Obviously, as a content creator, sometimes I use a video editor to help me edit videos, whether I just don't have time or just don't want to, or have her elevate some of my videos. Thank you, Michelle. But also kind of traditional companies are definitely seeing the importance of having a great video editor and shooter. Honestly, if you can both shoot and edit, I think you could really charge a hefty number there. But because of the rise of, I mean, I hate to say the rise of social media because it's been here, but more so the importance of like the IGTVs, the TikToks, the Facebook Lives, all that stuff. And again, I think what I have realized after doing the video of me purchasing from my followers' small businesses is how much business is done on Instagram, okay? A lot of you only promote your company or your whatever it is you're selling on Instagram. So to have engaging video or great pictures is so important. Like, I'm thinking of my guy Thomas, who owns Breadlamb, that is just over a year old. I always want to tell him, like, if you could put together like sexy Instagram videos about you making sandwiches, and I know me saying that might like sound gross, but I think if he could put really sexy food shots together, his business would just increase even more. Okay, everyone, so those are my 15 skills that can be turned into side hustles. Again, this is only 15 skills out of like the billions that everyone has, but I hope that this video kind of inspired you to kind of look into your life and look at skills that you have, things that you do that other people are impressed by but you think are easy. Those are marketable skills that you can use to make more money. So I hope this video is just kind of a jumping off point as to kind of bigger thoughts that can go into your head. And just know that everyone has a skill or has a product that someone wants. Everyone has a marketable skill that can be made money off of, all right? You just have to think about what your skill is and how you're going to differentiate your skill from other people around you. Oh, also let us know in the comments if this video inspired any ideas for you and what your special skill is. I'm Mishi Dang, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.